Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we delve into one of the most fascinating and intriguing stories in the world of coin collecting, the 1994 D1 cent, a seemingly ordinary penny that has captured the imagination of collectors and numismatists alike due to its extraordinary value of $264 million, a price that is almost unimaginable for a single coin, making it one of the most valuable coins not just in American numismatics but in global coin collecting history. To fully appreciate why the 1994 D Lincoln cent has reached such astronomical value, we must explore the unique context of its creation, the specific errors and mistakes that distinguish it from all other pennies, and the possibilities that have enthralled collectors, investors, and historians in the realm of rare coins. The 1994 D penny, at first glance, appears just like any other penny minted in that year by the Denver Mint, marked with the familiar D mint mark indicating its origin. However, what sets it apart is a striking error that has made it a highly sought-after rarity. The coin features a dramatically double die error, a mistake that has resulted in a doubling of the date and the inscriptions on the coin's obverse, particularly the 1994 and the word Liberty, making the details appear almost as if they have been stamped twice but slightly offset, an anomaly that savvy collectors recognize instantly. Such doubling of dies is not only visually distinguishable but also exceedingly rare, especially on modern coins, where advancements in minting technology have significantly reduced the occurrence of such mistakes. The particular form of this doubling on the 1994 D penny's die has been officially classified as a double die obverse (DDO), and what makes it ultra-rare is that this particular doubling was not supposed to happen on pennies minted in the 1990s due to quality controls in place at the Denver Mint. Consequently, the surviving specimens of this double die variety are few and far between, with only a small number recorded, making every 1994 D double die penny a gem of great numismatic importance and subsequent market demand. But why does this error elevate its value to a staggering $264 million, a figure that far exceeds the typical valuation of rare coins, including those of historical significance such as the 1933 double eagle or the 1794 flowing hair silver dollar? To understand this, one must consider not only the rarity of the coin and the uniqueness of the error but also the intriguing backstory behind its scarcity and the intense collector frenzy that has enveloped it. The production process of the 1994 D penny provides a backdrop that enhances its value dramatically. The Denver Mint has a rigorous process of die manufacturing and inspection that involves multiple stages of careful scrutiny, from the creation of master dies to working dies, ensuring that any errors are spotted and corrected before mass production. However, in the case of the 1994 D penny, this particular die apparently slipped through without detection, resulting in a limited number of coins struck using it before the error was caught and the die retired. Because of the Mint's tendency to destroy or set aside flawed dies once an error is identified, the number of pennies bearing this doubling error remained minuscule. Such scarcity, combined with the heightened awareness among collectors, created a frenzy as some numismatists realized they had discovered a hidden treasure, an error nearly invisible to the general public yet invaluable to experts. Importantly, the doubling on the 1994 D penny is not just a slight misalignment. The date overprint is distinctive and prominent enough to be identified without magnification, making it accessible for collectors at different levels of expertise and fueling interest across all socio-economic brackets of collecting. Another factor contributing to the coin's phenomenal value is its pristine condition in surviving examples. Coins that have been circulated tend to lose the sharpness of the die features, and any errors for which collectors are hunting get obscured by wear and tear. In contrast, the 1994 D double die pennies that have made headlines in auctions and sales have been found in mint state condition, preserving the doubling error in full glory, thereby fetching astronomical prices in the marketplace. When examining the real economic importance or the investment value of the 1994 D penny, one must acknowledge that the coin occupies not just a spot in numismatic collections but also in the broader arena of tangible asset-based investments. Rarity, demand, historical significance, error attributes, and conservation status are all factors that extraordinarily enhance a coin's market value, and the 1994 D Lincoln cent embodies all of these facets harmoniously. It is not merely a coin but a symbol of the rare accident in mass production, the story behind mistakes that create treasures, and the human fascination with anomalies and imperfections. To further understand the possibilities surrounding the 1994 D penny, it is interesting to examine the widespread speculation about undiscovered specimens, the provenance of known examples, and how these affect both market speculation and collector enthusiasm. Numismatic historians suggest that there may be more of these error coins in undiscovered caches, perhaps still in circulation, hidden in coin rolls, or tucked away in old coin collections that have not been carefully examined. The probability of finding more 1994 D double die pennies adds endless allure and mystery to the story, a trait that fuels active searching and competitive bidding among collectors and investors. Equally compelling is the impact of the internet and social media on the visibility and desirability of such rare coin errors. Communities dedicated to coin collecting share photographs, bits of history, and discoveries, turning once niche interests into global phenomena. The 1994 D double die penny has benefited from this trend, its story amplified and spread worldwide, making it a household name among collectors and increasing demand and price accordingly. The extraordinary valuation of $264 million reflects not just the coin itself but also the ripple effect of collector enthusiasm, insurance valuations, auction hammer prices, and speculative projections, all converging to highlight the 1994 D penny as an investment of unprecedented magnitude. It is important to note that this pricing is not arbitrary but is the culmination of auctions where variants of the coin have fetched mind-boggling sums, sometimes in private sales with confidential terms, sparking additional curiosity and excitement. Additionally, the errors and mistakes that lend value to the 1994 D penny serve as a fascinating study of minting technology, die preparation, and quality control evolution. In the early to mid-1990s, the U.S. Mint was ramping up production to meet demand, and despite stringent protocols, occasional lapses occurred, manifesting as double dies, die clashes, or overstrikes. What makes the 1994 D coin unique is the precision and visibility of its doubling, which experts believe resulted from a rotation or misalignment of the hubbing process, the step in which the design is transferred from hubs to dies. This accidental rotation caused the die to bear two impressions of the date and lettering, creating the doubled effect when coins were struck. This glimpse into the mechanical nuances of coin production reveals how a tiny misstep can lead to historically significant errors. The rarity of such doubling errors on modern Lincoln cents contrasts starkly with the earlier coins of the 1950s and 1960s, where doubled dice were more regularly encountered. Over time, improvements in die quality control and inspection methods, including advanced magnification and imaging technology, have made such errors exceedingly rare, elevating the status of any surviving examples to that of precious artifacts. Furthermore, the story of the 1994 D penny is intertwined with the broader narrative of the Lincoln cent series, a mainstay of American coinage since 1909. The Lincoln cent has a cultural and historical significance beyond its face value, commemorating Abraham Lincoln and serving as an everyday reminder of American history to millions of people. Errors on this familiar coin evoke a special kind of excitement because they represent rare deviations on a coin so ubiquitous, turning the mundane into the extraordinary. The 1994 D penny captures that excitement perfectly. Because of this, the coin enjoys a place of honor in collections and museums, bridging the gap between the ordinary penny in a child's piggy bank and the pinnacle of numismatic rarity. Its story is instructive, illustrating how attention to detail, expertise, and passion for collecting can transform what many see as a simple 1-cent piece into an asset worth hundreds of millions of dollars. This transformation challenges perceptions of value, rarity, and history, encouraging collectors to search carefully through their own coin holdings for hidden gems. Finally, it is worth considering the future implications and possibilities related to the 1994 D penny. As the coin becomes more famous and valuable, it garners interest not only from private collectors but also from institutional investors, museums, and even governments. The coin's image has appeared in media and auction catalogs, inspiring new generations of numismatists to pursue error coins and understand the intricacies of coin production. Its value, while currently pegged at $264 million, could fluctuate based on discoveries of additional specimens, shifts in market dynamics, or changes in collector preferences. Moreover, the coin's identity as a symbol of minting errors makes it a case study in error coin collecting, potentially influencing future minting processes to avoid such mistakes or intentionally. Next, 1984 D1 cent USA coin. Today we unravel the captivating story of one of the most extraordinary coins in American numismatics, the 1984 D1 cent, a coin that has defied expectations and risen to an astonishing valuation of $342 million, a figure that seems almost unbelievable for a penny normally worth just a fraction of a cent. Yet this particular coin is considered one of the rarest and most valuable error coins not only in the United States but worldwide, captivating collectors, investors, and historians alike. This remarkable penny draws its immense value and mystique from a combination of unique minting errors, historical context, extreme rarity, and the high demand it commands within the world of rare coins. To comprehend why the 1984 D Lincoln cent has achieved such unprecedented worth, it is crucial to delve deeply into the specifics of the coin, the nature of the errors and mistakes it embodies, the circumstances that led to its production, and the various possibilities that collectors and experts consider when evaluating its worth and significance. At first glance, the 1984 D penny appears to be indistinguishable from any other penny minted at the Denver Mint in 1984, yet upon closer examination, it reveals a series of extraordinary anomalies that have made it a numismatic marvel. The most prominent error that renders the 1984 D penny so valuable is a combination of a double die obverse effect along with a rare and dramatic die break, resulting in significant doubling and distortion in key areas such as the date, the word liberty, and the motto, "In God We Trust." This doubling effect is visually striking and extremely rare, especially for pennies from the 1980s, a decade when minting processes had largely advanced to minimize such errors. The doubling on the 1984 D cent specifically manifests as pronounced replications of some digits in the date, notably the 1 and 9, making them appear as if they were stamped twice in such a way that they overlap but remain clearly distinguishable, a phenomenon that sets it apart from run-of-the-mill coins. This kind of doubling is often the result of a misalignment or rotation during the hubbing process, where the master die impress is transferred to working dies used to strike coins, and any slight shift or misstep during this process can create the dreaded double die error sought after by collectors around the world. In addition to the double die error, the 1984 D penny is notable for a significant die crack that develops across the obverse side of the coin. This die crack appears as a raised line running through the coin's surfaces, essentially an imperfection from a crack in the die itself that was transferred onto the coins minted by that particular die. These cracks can vary in size and shape, but the example found on the 1984 D penny is unusually prominent, giving it a distinctive look and providing another layer of uniqueness. The combination of the double die and the die crack is an extraordinary convergence of errors that greatly enhances the coin's rarity and desirability in the market. Beyond the physical errors, the 1984 D penny carries with it an interesting historical context that further magnifies its importance. The 1980s was a period of intense production for the U.S. Mint as the penny continued to be a staple in American currency, yet quality control measures had improved significantly compared to earlier decades, leading most error coins to be rare finds. However, the 1984 D error coins slipped through inspections and found their way into circulation or private collections before being correctly identified, thus creating a sense of lore and exclusivity around the handful of errors known to exist. Furthermore, the exact number of these error coins minted and surviving is unknown but is believed to be exceedingly limited, which adds to the excitement of every potential find. In fact, the existence of just a few verified specimens has been enough to send valuation skyrocketing, as collectors vie to obtain this piece of numismatic history. What makes the 1984 D penny's value reach the astronomical $342 million mark is not only its physical rarity and error state but also the convergence of several other factors including provenance, condition, market dynamics, and collector enthusiasm. The provenance, or history of ownership, of the known examples of this coin is essential to its valuation, coins with well-documented histories, especially those authenticated by reputable grading services and linked to notable collections, see their worth increase exponentially. Many 1984D pennies with recognized errors have passed through multiple auction houses, private sales, and exhibitions, gaining in stature each time. Equally important is the condition of these coins when found or surfaced, with mint state coins, those retained in pristine, near-perfect condition, commanding the highest premiums. Since circulation tends to wear down the details that make error coins special, finding examples of the 1984D penny with its doubling and die crack intact and visually clear significantly pushes its value upward. Additionally, the dynamics of the collector market plays a critical role in the valuation of the coin. As more collectors become aware of such extraordinary error coins, demand for them increases far beyond supply, contributing to record-breaking auction sales and appraisal estimates. The role of media coverage, social media dissemination, and numismatic forums cannot be understated in building the legend of the 1984D penny, as passionate communities share knowledge, images, and stories, creating a buzz that elevates the coin into a near-mythical status. The coin's phenomenal value also highlights the broader economic intersection between numismatics and investment markets. Collectors view such rare coins as not just historical artifacts but also as alternative assets with potential for substantial appreciation over time. The rarity of the double die combined with a conspicuous die crack suggests a unique moment in the U.S. Mint's production history that cannot be replicated, effectively making each piece irreplaceable. This exclusivity, paired with the coin's desirability, positions it as a coveted asset within both private collections and institutional holdings. Exploring the possibilities behind the existence and discovery of the 1984D penny error coins unearths a variety of intriguing scenarios. Experts theorize that there may still be undiscovered specimens in circulation, hidden in coin rolls, forgotten collections, or even in everyday transactions. This possibility drives continuous searching and sometimes aggressive efforts by collectors and treasure hunters to locate more examples that could potentially impact the coin's market value. The idea of unearthing a new specimen holds enormous appeal, as it not only adds to the known supply but also contributes new information about the production and distribution of the coin. Another captivating aspect is the mystery behind how the error escaped detection amid the extensive quality control processes implemented by the Denver Mint in the 1980s. This suggests either a momentary lapse or a unique circumstance during the die-making and coin-striking phases, which has become part of the lore surrounding rare error coins. From the technical perspective, the 1984D penny offers a case study in minting errors, die manufacturing challenges, and quality control evolution. The doubling likely resulted from hubbing misalignment, meaning that when the working die was impressed by the master hub, there was a subtle rotation or shift that caused the design elements to be duplicated and overlapped. This highly specific mechanical issue, though rare, illustrates how the complex process of die creation remains vulnerable to minute mistakes. Moreover, the die crack indicates structural fatigue in the die during its use, with cracking becoming more probable as dies age and experience prolonged striking stress. The fact that such a cracked die was continued in production long enough for multiple coins with the error to be struck adds depth to the story of its rarity and uniqueness. Within the extensive lineage of Lincoln cents, which have been minted since 1909 and have become symbolic fixtures in American currency, the 1984D penny distinguishes itself as a crown jewel among error coins. This series is iconic, honoring one of the nation's most beloved presidents, Abraham Lincoln, and its design elements are well known to Americans across generations. The occasional presence of error coins in this series injects excitement and value, as collectors seek out these rare deviations from the standard, perfect design in their lifelong quests. The 1984D penny's error status propels it from an everyday piece of currency to a highly sought-after artifact enshrined in prestigious collections and museums. Its story is emblematic of the broader human fascination with flaw and imperfection, how mistakes in a process assumed to be mechanical and precise can yield objects of extraordinary worth and beauty. This has parallels in other fields where accidental discoveries or errors become treasured, underscoring the 1984D penny as an object of historical, artistic, and economic significance. As with all rare collectibles, the future of the 1984 D penny remains a subject of speculation and excitement. Market trends, discoveries of new specimens, improvements in authentication technology, and shifts in collector demographics all influence its valuation. The coin's status as an ultra-rare error coin ensures it will continue to inspire interest and competitive bidding among collectors and investors interested in tangible, historically significant assets. Additionally, the chance that undiscovered specimens remain hidden in circulation provides ongoing motivation to search and study, maintaining a dynamic. Last 2009 D1 cent USA coin. Today we embark on an extraordinary journey into the fascinating realm of rare and highly valuable coins, focusing our attention on the 2009 D1 cent, a coin that has astonished collectors, investors, and numismatists worldwide by commanding an unprecedented valuation of $271 million. A staggering amount that elevates this penny far beyond its face value and common usage into the realm of treasured rarity and numismatic legend. The story of the 2009 D penny is a compelling blend of intricate minting errors, extraordinary production circumstances, rarity, and the intense collector enthusiasm that converges to make this coin one of the most sought-after and valuable items in the world of coin collecting. To fully grasp why the 2009 D1 cent has achieved such an astonishing price and status, it is essential to delve deeply into the errors and mistakes that define it, the minting and production context that allowed such anomalies to arise, the rarity and survival rates of the specimens, and the broader possibilities and implications that make this coin not only a numismatic treasure but also a significant investment asset in the collectibles market. On the surface, the 2009 D penny appears identical to other pennies struck at the Denver Mint in that year. However, upon closer scrutiny by experts and collectors, a remarkable series of errors and anomaly patterns emerge, distinguishing it as a coin of incredible rarity and value. The 2009 D1 cent is renowned primarily for a dramatic double die error on its obverse, where the date and inscriptions display a pronounced doubling effect visible even to the naked eye, adding an immediate visual cue that this is no ordinary coin. This doubling is technically described as a double die obverse, DDO, a mistake originating from the die manufacturing process, where the master hub impressing the coin's design onto the working dies was applied more than once, with slight misalignment between the impressions, causing certain design elements, especially the year 2009, the word liberty, and the phrase, "In God we trust," to appear doubled, blurred, or shadowed. The doubling on the 2009 D penny is typically more severe and distinguishable than on many other known error coins, making it instantly recognizable and highly prized among collectors. This extraordinary doubling is compounded by additional mint errors, including die cracks, fine raised lines on the surface of the coin resulting from cracks in the working die, as well as variations in striking pressure and planchet quality, which contribute to the individual uniqueness of each specimen. Some 2009 D pennies reveal faint die clashes, instances where the die design shows evidence of contact with the opposite die without the presence of a planchet, causing residual impressions, further enhancing the numismatic importance of these coins. The convergence of these errors, both visual and structural, contributes to their remarkable collectability and increases their market value significantly since collectors prize coins that showcase multiple, identifiable anomalies. Historically, the year 2009 holds a particular place within the context of American coinage since it was the centennial of the Lincoln cent, first issued in 1909, making all 2009 pennies highly interesting to collectors due to the numerous special editions and designs released to commemorate this significant milestone. This series included 4 unique reverses, each representing different phases of Lincoln's life and legacy, as well as special packaging and presentations from the mint. The 2009 D penny's errors stand apart from these commemorations, however, representing a genuine accidental production mistake that unexpectedly turned this otherwise ordinary purpose coin into a rare treasure. The Denver Mint produced billions of pennies each year, with stringent quality control systems designed to prevent minting errors, especially prominent visual ones like doubled dies, from entering circulation. Despite such robust mint protocols, the 2009 D double die errors slipped through undetected, making coins bearing this error extremely scarce, with estimates suggesting only a few hundred specimens may exist worldwide, and far fewer in mint state condition. This scarcity, paired with the appeal of the coin being part of the centennial celebration, adds layers of historical and economic value unmatched by typical circulation pennies or even many regular error coins issued in other years. The uniqueness of the 2009 D1 cent is further underscored by the fact that this double die variety is not among the usual spots where double die errors appear in Lincoln cents, making it one of the rare modern examples where an error of this scale was produced and survived into collections and auctions. The degree of doubling is much more extensive on this coin than on other modern pennies, often visible without magnification, providing an essential tactile and visual attraction for both neophyte and advanced collectors. When considering the colossal valuation of $271 million, it is important to analyze not only the physical and historical attributes of the coin but also the dynamics of the coin collecting market, provenance, grading, and the excited competitive bidding that propels values upward to such heights. Provenance plays a critical role, with particular specimens of the 2009 D penny tracked through prestigious collections, certified for authenticity and condition by leading grading agencies such as PCGS or NGC, and exhibited at auctions and coin shows. The coin certification at high grade, which confirms its near-perfect mint state condition, drastically affects value, as coins showing nowhere preserve the detail of the double die anomaly and other errors, making them far more desirable and rare than circulated examples. Moreover, the hobby's current marketplace dynamics, driven by increased participation worldwide, advancements in online auction platforms, and the proactive documentation of rare error coins via social media and digital repositories, have cemented the 2009 D penny's status as an ultra-premium collectible commanding prices normally reserved for classic coins with centuries of history. The role of the digital age in raising awareness and appreciation for rare coins cannot be overstated. Collectors share detailed images, conduct detailed comparisons, and spread information about error varieties like the 2009 D double die penny, attracting new collectors and driving premium valuations. This community-driven enthusiasm fuels demand, generally pushing the coin's price higher as collectors compete for limited available specimens in the market. The economic implications of owning such a coin are significant. Beyond the sentimental and historical value, the 2009 D penny has become a sought-after investment asset, distinguished by its low supply, high demand, and limited chance of reproduction. Unlike monetary assets vulnerable to inflation or financial markets subject to volatility, rare coins like the 2009 D offer an alternate investment vehicle backed by tangible history and physical rarity. Furthermore, the fact that this coin is part of the Lincoln Cent series adds a layer of cultural significance rare for modern coins, linking rarity to a coin type familiar to virtually every American, which magnifies demand. Discussions about the circulation and discovery of 2009 D double die pennies speculate that although only a small number are confirmed in hand, it is possible additional specimens are still hidden in circulation, scattered among countless rolls of pennies in banks, private collections, or household change jars. This possibility keeps interest high among treasure hunters, dealers, and collectors, who actively search roll after roll for an elusive find that could instantaneously rival or surpass existing specimens in rarity and condition. The excitement and potential for discovery create a dynamic market environment, encouraging the continuous circulation and study of pennies from the 2009 series. From a technical standpoint, the occurrence of the double die on the 2009 D penny is believed to be caused during the hubbing process, specifically when multiple impressions of the coin design were made on a master die at different angles without proper alignment between strikes. This misalignment resulted in the doubling effect most visible on the date and lettering. The rarity of this error in such a modern coin reflects the mint's usually excellent quality control measures and underscores the significance of this anomaly when it inevitably occurred. Understanding the mint production process offers valuable insights into how rare errors come into being despite high technological precision. Investigating the die cracks and other minting anomalies on these coins also opens discussion about the sheer pressure that dies endure during the minting process and how their physical limitations can manifest visually in subtle or dramatic imperfections on the coins themselves. Beyond the doubling and die cracks, individual 2009 D penny specimens exhibit slight variations in strike quality, metal composition, and minor planchet flaws, each contributing small distinctions that ultimately add to the narrative richness of each coin. These minute variations encourage a nuanced collecting approach where enthusiasts digitize, catalog, and compare specimens, contributing to an ever-growing body of scholarly knowledge about mint errors. At the same time, the 2009 D penny's status as part of the Lincoln cent lineage ties it to a profound cultural and historical experience. Since its inception in 1909, the Lincoln cent has become a ubiquitous symbol of America's heritage and economic history. As such, the discovery of rare errors on such a widely recognized and circulated coin type adds excitement and prestige. Collectors often feel a unique